Hello, it is still September 30th, but I figured I would basically get this started because we've got a lot of stuff going on starting tomorrow on October 1st. So first of all, let me just say happy October. I love this month so much. It's one of my favorite months of all, mostly because I got married on Halloween, and Halloween is my favorite holiday of all time. So yeah, got a couple great reasons to enjoy the month of October. But also we've got some great readathons happening this month. We've got Black-O-Ween, we've got Spookathon, there's the new Battle of the Bookish round coming up in a few weeks, and then also Vampathon. There is the Samhain or Samhain round of Witchathon coming up at the very end of the month, starting on Halloween. Just a lot of good vibes, a lot of good things going on. So we are going to quickly though go over specifically what I will be reading for Black-O-Ween and Spookathon right now, because those are both month long, and Spookathon I already have the TBR pretty much set for that, and then I also do for Black-O-Ween, but Black-O-Ween you have to like roll to see which one you start with kind of thing. So we're just gonna like talk about what we've got on the list and then go from there. Now last year, this time, I did not complete my entire Black-O-Ween TBR nor Spookathon TBR, so I would really like to be able to get both of those done. But I also have a lot of books that I carried over from September that I meant to read for Aurelium that I need to complete by April of next year because of the fact that they are for my character's class. So the classes that they were taking. So let's though go over real quick the different books that I will be reading for the month. So let's see, let's start with the Black-O-Ween ones. So first of all, I'm doing the laissez-faire placement because that's what I did last year and I did not complete it. I did not reach Investigator Thoreau for that, so I decided to try that one again and test my luck on that. For a book with time jumps, I ended up going with The Quiet Ones by Brandon Massey. I got the Kindle version of this because I could not find it through Libby, Hoopla. It's not available through my library. Even though the book came out in 2020, my library does not really have the ability to get many Brandon Massey books, apparently. I don't know why. So I have a Kindle version of that I got last night. It is only $3.99 if you, or no, either $3.99 or $2.99, I can't remember, but either way, it's pretty cheap. So then I have, for an unreliable narrator, I have Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I have to like dig through my stack here. I decided to reread Where Sleeping Girls Lie for this one because I love this book and the main character is unreliable, so that's really good. Then for a Black classic, I decided to pick a book that I read in college because I really remember liking it, and I have heard that this is a very classic author, especially when it comes to crime fiction, and that is James Baldwin's Going to Meet the Man. So hopefully I will enjoy this just as much as I did the first time, and it will encourage me to read more of James Baldwin in the future. Then for a book with traveling, I decided to go with Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. For a book that is outside of the US, I went with Ace of Spades by Verida Abike Iyemide. This is going to be my third or fourth time reading this. I love it every single time, and it is based in the UK and is written by a UK author. And then for my free space, I decided to go with Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. And then we have the laissez-faire group read, which is a novella called The Scourge Between Stars by Ness Brown. So these are everything I'm going to read for Black-O-Ween specifically. Let's quickly go into the books I have for Spookathon, which is 5 books. I did 5 rolls to start with, and if I can complete those 5 books, I will continue to roll across the board, but I started with 5 just to be safe. And so for the first one, I got a book that either is set in the past or is a book that's been on my TBR in the past, you know, whatever. And for this I went with Weavers of Alamaksa by Hadir Al-Spy. Then I had a community shelf card, which was a Kindle book, so I decided to go with Nice Dragons Finish Last. Then I had the prompt of Bram Stoker, which for this I also decided to go with a Kindle book called Vampires Are Forever. Then I got a chance card, which then caused me to pick Fallen Kingdoms. This was the card that, like, the card had the name of this book on there, so there's that. And then Lowest Rated was my last one, and for that I decided to go with a Kindle book that was lowest rated on my Goodreads, and that is Whispers of the Fallen by J.D. Netto. So those are the books I'm planning on for sure reading this month. I do have a few other books that I'm planning on reading in the month that are for like other groups and, you know, book clubs and what have you and stuff like that, but they're not like, you know, part of like Black Halloween or Spookathon, but I will talk about them at some point, you know, like as I get to them. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start for Spookathon with The Weavers of Alamaxa, because that was my first roll, and then we are going to quickly roll a 6-sided die to pick which book I'm gonna start with Black Halloween. I will start technically with The Scourge Between Stars, like because this is such a short book for the group read, but we'll roll to see what my other book for Black Halloween is going to be that I'm going to get started with. So let me find my 6-sided die and we'll get started. All right, dice has been found, or the die has been found, so let's see what we end up going with. Number 6, which is going to be my free pick, which is Razorblade Tears. And because I am notorious for starting multiple books at one time, I'm just gonna kind of go from there. So we're gonna start these two. I'm gonna also grab the Weavers of Alamaxa from the bottom of the stack, and final Strife is over here, which I'm gonna go grab. And technically at this point I haven't quite finished it, but I am still in the middle of Evocation by S.T. Gibson, but I'm almost done with it. Like I'll finish it within like an hour or so. So it's gonna be interesting for sure. We're gonna see how it's gonna go, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated obviously like how things are going. But as of today, I'm gonna just quickly finish up Evocation and then get through more of the final Strife because it is still the 30th. And we're gonna call that good, and then these books we'll get started with for this week, starting tomorrow. So wish me luck. It's gonna be an interesting week, but I'm done with my homework for tonight. It's 8:45. I'm gonna go basically get all settled in for bed, get all cozy, and just sit and read because I have not read a thing today. And thank God tomorrow after work I just have to do some homework, and then I'm done for the night, and then I can spend the whole rest of the evening tomorrow reading as well. So it's gonna be a fun time. So hope you guys are excited to join me. I'm hoping that this vlog is going to be a little bit more entertaining. I am hoping that I'll be able to get some footage like of like reading breaks kind of thing, a la Olivia Reads a Latte. Liv, hey, what's up? How you doing? Gonna yank on your chain a little bit here. Is that the phrase I want to use? I don't really know. We're gonna go with it. Y'all can tell like I'm doing much better. I'm kind of feeling myself. I'm kind of doing okay. It's been kind of an interesting few days for me mentally. I think I might be starting a manic phase, which will not be surprised by because of how productive I've been the last few days. And it's been kind of like full on just like boom, 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 boom. Like that's how my manic phases are, is like when I get really manic, I'm like doing like all the things all the time, and my brain just does not stop spinning. So I think I might be hitting a manic phase. Not necessarily a good thing. We're gonna leave it at that. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow when I get a chance, probably after I get back from work, because I don't really have enough opportunity to sit and record during like my lunch or anything, because usually I have my lunch in the teacher's lounge and there's usually a lot of people there, so I don't want to have to film in front of any of my coworkers. Today was a good day. This week in terms of work, let me actually back up a little bit. This week we have a full day Wednesday, full day Thursday, Friday, because last week we had half days, but this week we have a full day Wednesday, so it's like full days every single day this week. And then I thought that in the middle of October I was gonna have a full week break for our fall break, but it turns out that the school that I am in particularly, they're on a slightly different schedule than the rest of the schools in our district because of a bond calendar situation basically, which I found out a lot about today, what exactly that is and what that means. Never knew that before, but basically we only have the Monday of that week off, so I only have like, I'll have a bit of an extended weekend basically, but I'll then have to go back to work the rest of that week, which it is what it is. You know, I'll make some money. I'll have a paycheck, you know, whatever. But I kind of was looking forward to having a full week break in October. Stay lovey. At the very least, though, I did find out, though, that because this particular school started earlier in August than the other schools in the district, we also then get out earlier. Like, we get out in May, before Memorial Day. That's how early. Like, it's a full, like, 3 weeks, I think, before everybody else, which is kind of nice, but it does mean that, like, our whole schedule's kind of screwy compared to everybody else, but it is what it is. We will deal with it as it comes. So anyway, I'm gonna head out for right now, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow on the first official day of October. Okay, hello. It is 4:45 in the afternoon. Gotten home from work. I'm so freaking tired. I am so exhausted, but I have got a video I need to film and edit, which is my September TBR, and then I have homework I got to do tonight. So we're gonna do the video first, get that done and out of the way, and do my homework. I'm just so run down. I'm so exhausted from today. Like, I have the verge of a headache going on. I am sore. I am just exhausted. But we're gonna try to power through the evening. And it wasn't even like that bad of a day or anything. It's just, it's rainy outside today, or it was, at least for a little bit. And today is like the first day of my cycle. And so I am just, I'm not having a good time. I'm not okay. I'm hungry, I'm achy, I'm tired. I want to curl up in a ball and fall asleep. So we're not gonna do that though. We're gonna power on through. So last night I did read more of the final Strife. I got to about page 200 or so last night. So my hope is that I can finish it. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow after I get done with tutoring and stuff, then be able to move on to my TBR for the month of October. So anyway, we're gonna go quickly film my September TBR and go from there. Hey guys, it's Friday. I've been home sick basically the last couple of days. I have a bit of a head cold. I did, when did I finish it? I finished the final Strife yesterday. So gave that a 5 out of 5 stars, obviously really enjoyed it. Then I started a book that I carried over from September, which is Omega Phoenix Claimed. It's a reverse harem shifter romance. Basically this follows a character named Saara who is hiding her shifter abilities because she's an Omega, Omega Phoenix specifically, which means that she would get mated off to an Alpha and, you know, have kids and all these things, and she'd basically be locked away forever. And she doesn't want that. She does not want that at all. So she hides her shifter abilities, but it becomes very clear that there are several other shifters that are kind of trying to see whether or not she's a human or not, because they all become very interested in her. You have a Griffin shifter, a Hydra shifter, a Centaur shifter, and a Cerberus shifter specifically, so far. At least that's what I can only assume, is that there's 4 of them, but there could be more. It's a reverse harem, so you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like there's probably going to be more, or at the very least there's going to be these 4 guys. And so they're all like infatuated with this girl Saara at first, and they all assume she's human basically because she hides her shifter abilities very well, but she's kind of like a human that they have never seen before, and so they're very confused, but they're very attracted to her. So we shall see how that goes. It's not bad. I don't mind the writing so far. It's, you know, it is what it is, and who knows, I might actually like it, so we'll see. But I do plan on doing another 24-hour readathon this weekend because Robert's gonna be gone. He is away now currently and will not be back until either late Saturday night or early Saturday morning. So I am planning on doing a 24-hour readathon, and I'm gonna start it here fairly soon. And I have sprints tonight, which I'm still planning on doing if I'm feeling up to it. But yeah, it's going on 20 to 4 right now, and so I wanted to basically have an idea of what I would like to try to get done this weekend. So first of all is getting Omega Phoenix Claimed done, and then I would like to be able to start the Battle Drum, which is the second book in the Ending Fire trilogy by Saara El-Arifi. I have the audiobook of this on Audible, so I'll probably be like dual reading, or, you know, listening to the audiobook and keeping track of the physical book. I'd like to try to get that done this weekend if I can. And I also would like to start The Weavers of Alamaxa by Hadir El-Spy, which is my Spookoplathon book for that I'm working on, and also get through Razorblade Tears, which is my Blackoween book. So I think these four, I probably won't finish all of them, but I would like to at least start all of these this week. And I think Omega Phoenix Claimed though is what I'm gonna, you know, truck through first and get through the rest of that, because it's a fairly fast book to fly through, with it being a romance and a shifter romance too. So I think we'll get that started first, and I'm gonna film the TikToks that I need to for that real quick. I had like a timer going of like 3 hours worth of work, but I got all my work done basically for now, all done, other than, you know, this vlog and stuff like that. I don't think I absolutely need to do anything else until tomorrow, which would be editing, well actually not even tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday, Sunday, editing this vlog. So I'm all caught up with my work, and I had still over an hour left on my timer. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and film the opening TikTok for the 24-hour readathon, and just kind of go from there. So I'll update you guys as I can on what I'm doing and how I'm reading. I'll be doing some sprints before my sprints on YouTube, and we'll just kind of go from there. Hello all, so it is just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't think I updated you last night on what I ended up getting done. So I did complete Omega Phoenix Claimed last night. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This was so much better than I expected it to be, and I just flew through it. I enjoyed it so much. So definitely highly recommend if you like reverse harem shifter romances. I think this one's really well done, and I think that too, the ending of this really set it up very well for there to be a sequel. It is part of a series, and I like the way that it kind of felt like it wasn't completely finished because there's going to be another book, but it also did feel in some ways complete because it at least completed that part of the storyline, which I really enjoyed. So today I decided to roll or spin my wheel to see what I'm going to read next, and what it ended up picking was the Battle Drum. So I will be starting this today. I have a little bit less than 4 hours left of my 24-hour readathon thing, so I'm going to try to get trucked through this as much as possible before that. But also my mom and dad are coming out to visit and take me out for like a late lunch kind of thing, so I'm not sure what time they're going to get here. My family is one of the things that really refills my cup, and so whenever I get to especially see my mom, it makes things a lot better. And being able to be with my dad too is really awesome, because like sometimes he comes out, sometimes he doesn't. But we all have a good time, and we just like poke fun at each other. We have like get each other to laugh, you know, and that really fills my cup back up to where I feel like I can actually like take on the rest of what's going on in my life. Anyway, so basically I will just update you guys when the 24-hour readathon has finished, or when I get back from hanging out with my parents, like whatever really comes first, because I don't really, like I said, know when they're kind of be out here, so we'll just see. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later when I've had some kind of updates. Hey y'all, so it's Monday evening. I forgot to close out this vlog, but basically when it came to my 24-hour readathon, all I did was complete Omega Phoenix Claimed. That was it. I didn't even really start the Battle Drum. I started it yesterday and got through a little bit of it more during my lunch today, but that's about it. But I did get my nails finally redone, and I got my hair cut. So my hair is now basically like touching my shoulder, my collarbones. So I got like probably 3 or 4 inches cut off, and I got some styling done with it, but it's currently greasy, so it's in a ponytail. But we got some face framing back, which I haven't had in a hot minute, so I'm much more happier right now. I feel like there's such a huge weight off my shoulders, you know, all the good things when it comes to getting a haircut. So but anyway, so I am gonna end this vlog here. I didn't really get much progress made in terms of like Blackoween or Spookoplathon, but I did at least get some stuff done, which is great. So the goal for coming into next week is finishing the Battle Drum and then getting through at least one of my books for either Spookopothon or Black Halloween or both, and maybe even starting the Ending Fire by the end of the week. So we shall see. But I have got to go so I can get this video figured out and uploaded and all that jazz. But if you guys didn't know, I do have an Etsy store where I sell candles and wax melts and other witchy apothecary goodies. That is going to be linked down in my description. I also have a Patreon where you can see more exclusive content from me, like basically daily posts of some kind, extra vlogs, you know, extra content, all kinds of stuff like that. And you also get a discount code for my Etsy store if you join any of my tiers. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check out the description below. The link will also be down there for you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys.